Hello fellow survivors, I am back once again. Today is going to be a great day. And you want to know why? Because I'm going to storm Cherno. Yeah, that's right. I'm going right into the heart of the beast. We're well used to that sound by now. Kind of distracting, but always good. Break out a third person. Let's give us a nice little crouch. Figure out our bearings. Figure out what's going on. So, we're still under the same rule that our main objective is to actually get killed. And for our first time viewers, yes, you heard that right. We are going into Cherno, pick a firefight. Naturally, I won't pick firefights with people who can't defend themselves. But if I see someone else armed, we'll see what we can do. Try not to pick unfair advantage. I am fairly well kitted out, so don't really want to go in here just to murder people. But you know, hey, we'll see how it goes. Of course, when we last left, I was going up to look at that lighthouse. So let's go ahead and go give that a quick check out, and then we should actually be able to see down the hill into Cherno. So a little bit of a press release was released earlier this week that kind of explains what Bohemia's got going on with the DayZ franchise, and it's actually really exciting. They're pretty much doubling their entire staff that's dedicated to DayZ. So that's really exciting. You can almost expect things to hopefully half in the amount of time. So that'd be really, really cool to actually see things. We talked a little bit about it last week. Bicycles are going to be coming in pretty soon. They're really going to be focusing on the hunting, fishing, cooking, that kind of stuff. And anything that adds another element of realism to this game is just going to help out. I mean, every little bit's going to help. I mean, it's already a beautiful game, already has some amazing gameplay, but every little bit of realism is going to help out. One thing I'm really excited for them to get, and this really demonstrates why, is the running up hills. I don't care how fatigued once I get up there, I want to just be able to do it. I mean, for example, if someone's at the top of this hill right now, and I'm trying to get up there in a hurry, there is literally no way of doing it. You can kind of see that I'm zigzagging a little bit, but that only gets me up there a smidge faster just by going serpentine like that. After a while, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. But once you get up here, man, is it a view. This is the Green Mountain, or whatever they go up and check the map. I know there's a very large mound out here one area that's actually named because it's so large. It's very iconic. Okay. It's just rotating. Freaked me out for a second there because I saw something move. I'm like, oh boy, I'm in the middle of a field. I do have fairly good range. I am tagged out to about 200 meters, so I would have to change that. So that's a little bit shorter than 200, but, you know, hey. It's okay. With elevation and everything, it actually go out. So this is kind of a cool little area. Never actually been up here before. Nothing in there. Wasn't really too interested in that anyway. Can we get up in the lighthouse? I don't think so, but... yes, we can. Oh boy. Yep. I have a hunch that this is how I'm gonna die. You know, that just goes with my luck that I would end up falling off the ladder. Luckily, for those of you who know me, I have plenty of morphine. I always carry a surplus of morphine. Alright, let's go ahead and get low here, just so we don't die. Cool view, though. It's plenty far that way. What's right there? Pine trees. More pine trees and more trees. Well, I thought I could get a view down onto Cherno, but it doesn't look like it. This is where we came from, also known as Newbie Beach. This is the beach that you spawn on. You spawn all the way up and down the beach, though, so it's not really guaranteed that you'll spawn right there. It used to be that you spawned right outside Balota, which is not too far from where we are, and that's the only spot where you spawn, and it just kind of turned into killing grounds. You know, that's where everybody would go just to shoot newbies, and this is kind of like playing the game Duck Hunt. Let's go ahead and grab a quick drink. So So we'll stop complaining here. I ate some Hardee's earlier today, and yeah, my body is like rejecting it right now. I feel like I got a brick in my stomach and I'm burping it up and everything. So it just goes to show that if you don't eat fast food very often, the times that you do, it's gonna fight back. Your body won't know how to deal with it. And the same thing goes for soft drinks too. If you don't really, because I haven't drinking, you know, pop in a very long time. I was at a health fair yesterday. A lot of fun health fair. It's for city and county employees. And we were repping a booth, and all they had to drink was soda pop, and so I had a Mountain Dew. And when I was a kid, I used to pretty much survive off of Mountain Dew. We used to do the 12-hour video game marathons, pretty much, me and a couple of my friends, and just playing non-stop throughout the night, and into the morning, and into the afternoon, and then once again into the night. And we would come over with just 2 of the 24-pack cubes of Mountain Dew. We'd have that and a couple pizzas, and that'd sustain us for almost 2 days. But yeah, naturally I've kind of changed my ways a bit since then. Kind of a little bit fitter, but got some pictures that kind of show the difference. And it's a stark contrast. Just goes to show what pop will do to you. Yeah, off my soapbox back into DayZ. We should be coming up here any minute now. There she is. I really like coming up at it from this angle. I don't like being down there easily seen. Not only up here do I have cover, but I also have defilade on this side. See the nice little taglines this server has. It's actually quite unsettling seeing that pop up like that. Just because I'm not used to it. Let's see, what's over there? Spawned in once, back before I realized that night and day servers were actually blocked in night and day. Logged in, and it was night, and I just bunkered down. I was waiting for it to become day, and about 3 or 4 hours, and I started thinking, I was like, maybe this is actually to real life time, and it was night the time I was playing. I'm like, wow, I wonder if it's actually in sync with the day and night cycles here. No, it turns out that it was just locked in night. So I just wasted a lot of time just waiting. This is a hunting stand here. In the mod, things like rifles and other hunting supplies could often be found in these. And now it's just kind of like nothing. There's nothing up there yet. Hopefully soon. This is not actually Cherno. This is probably Balota here. Cherno is still further down the line. But we should still be able to get to it. It's not necessarily that far. As you saw, there was only, I think, 3 other people on. So, if we do get to Cherno today, I will flip over to a high pop server, and we will see what we can get done there. Right now, it's more just traveling, getting to it. I am following the coastline. It is within my sight, but I am still being somewhat reserved upon the path I take. Naturally, I wouldn't want to walk right across here, because you never really know. Yes, there's only 3 other people on, but this is a fairly popular area. Like, I would like to get to a hospital. The school's always a good spot. The police station now spawns loot. I would love to get a hacksaw, just because then I wouldn't have to worry too much about keys. For example, if I do end up detaining someone and handcuffing them, I won't have to worry as much about making sure I can get them out of it. I don't really want to leave them in the handcuffs forever. They will eventually be able to break them, but I feel like kind of bad. Wow, that zombie saw me from a long way out. They have amazing vision, but they're completely deaf right now. So we will go ahead and do the Circle of Death, as I have taught you guys. It's a very beautiful dance with zombies. Hit them from the back. There we go. See? Not too hard, guys. I generally don't really want to go through Balota. I just don't. It always makes me nervous. Balota Airfield is just north of it, and we could give that a look. kind of pick through that, see what's all there. Maybe we'll run into somebody and say hi. Odds are if you find somebody at Balota, they're either very well geared or they're not geared at all. The people you have to watch out most for are actually the people that are very, very under-geared or have just started that randomly found a gun. You know, it's like they have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So if they were to start shooting at me and I shoot back at them, what am I going to gain? Absolutely nothing. I already have an M4. They'd probably have an M4. They'd have no gear, as to where I have, you know, a lot of gear. It's a good trade on their part. Let's say just ask about all this stuff too. But a whole lot of humanity for survivors at this area, at this stage, especially in this area. Now, if I were to find them much further north, it's kind of silly to think, but the further inland you go, your humanity towards other people tends to go up, because you know they've been around for a while. You know that they've worked hard to get where they've been. They've had their character for at least a day. There's my phone going off. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and turn that down. Still running. There we go. Okay, I just caught myself running out into a field here. Go and turn around. I noticed on the last videos, my volume was actually extremely low on my side. I'm actually speaking up quite a bit more this time. The reason why was because I was recording while my wife was sleeping, and I didn't want to wake her up because I want to survive, much like the person who's running in front of me. I want to live. That would spell my end. So yeah, still running through, still doing side strafes, looking at my peripherals, because you're never quite fully on ease while you're running through these areas. You're always a little bit on edge, just because you would rather catch a glimpse of somebody and know they're there than not see them and have them come up behind you or get the first shot. You know, because a lot of times it's the shots that you don't see that'll kill you. You know, they might miss, and you know I'll hear the spray, or at least the sound wave around me, but by then I might not know where it's coming from, and I just hit the ground, and then you know, yeah, it wouldn't be good. And I always like being in control of my own destiny, as it were. I want to be able to take the first shot, if I'm going to take a shot. See the nice little red desync there? Sometimes that's not good, sometimes that's bad, or sometimes it doesn't matter. It's really kind of odd. I guess it used to mean something in the Arma mod. Like it was kind of a definite, you are disconnecting, or something like that, but now it's like, I don't know if the servers just got better or what. Also, if you notice from the last video, there's a lot of sound glitches, and I kind of attribute that to the higher population servers, just because there's more things that the server has to concentrate on. And with just a few of us on, this is the same server that I was on last time, but I think since it's earlier in the day, today is Tuesday, by the way, March 5th. Today's March 5th. I think since I was playing later in the day, more people were on, less people were at work. If I want a real challenge, I'm just going to the European servers. Not only do I have a high latency, I'll also be surrounded by people who don't speak my language, and yeah, that'll get real quick, won't it? Still kind of following the road here. I think, yep, there is the Towers of Cherno. That's where a lot of the fun happens. I was actually up in those one time, and there's not much yet. It's still pretty desolate. I normally like entering from up there, though, because if there's going to be snipers up on the hill, that's usually the hill they're from, either that or the hill across the way. I am going to be coming up onto the Balota airfield soon. At least I think so. I should be. I think Balota airfields are on this side of the Cherno. So So I will be going past those. If I do find a long-range rifle, I still have that long-range scope I can put onto it. And I would trade this out for that, this M4. Just because these aren't quite as accurate. I mean, if I can put that long-range scope on, it'll be golden. Just taking a second to get in here. Not that I see anything really threatening, but you never really know. Sometimes it's nice just to take a second and look at where you're going. So I should be peeking behind me from time to time. Saw a guy out here one day in just underwear. That was fun. That was a good day. He didn't try to hurt me, so that was nice. This bush. Let's go ahead and take care of my hunger and thirst right now, so I don't have to worry about it. Actually, I think I'm already eating some rice. There it is. Eat that rice. Woo! Eat the cooking. Eat. For a second, I thought that was a plane. It's a dragonfly. I saw a bird eat one of those one day. It was actually pretty cool. I was standing. I was really far inland. I think I was on the far edge of the world, opposite, so the north side. Yeah, it was as far north as you could go, and I was just sitting there, you know, because once you get that far north, you really aren't too concerned about other players. The odds of someone finding you are extremely slim. There's a zombie. I'm sure that's a zombie. Yep, that's a zombie. Man, that zombie's a long spawn from me. So that could either mean that there are players around, or they increased the spawn box. We're in Balota though, so odds would state that there would be other players. You used to be able to find rifles and stuff in these little barns that have hay. Things like to hide behind the hay and such. So I am going to check in here, because I know they increased the spawns of things. Gosh, I just cannot keep enough water in my system, can I? Thirsty, 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 thirsty. I think once I get into town, I might risk filling up the water thing. That's a horrible job of pining up, but you know, I'm not too worried. We got nothing here. Nothing. Nothing. And I'm gonna. Oh, there's a wrench. Or not a wrench, but a pry bar. So nothing really up here. That's fine. It was worth a shot. You always say don't know what's up there unless you check. So might as well get the look-see. I am going to, before I do enter the airfields, which like they are, yep, right here. We're already at them. I will camp out outside the wall just for a minute, let my oxygen kind of come back to my guy. Because if you look right now, if I look to the sights, see how it's jumping around like that? If I wait and give myself a bit of a break, that'll actually calm down, and it'll be a lot easier to aim. I'm gonna get right over here, in this dense brush. Relax for before we actually get into it. It's like you can actually hear his breathing if you listen. Once he's feeling a little better, and I can actually test it by just looking at the sights here once it calms down. There we go. That's getting better now. Taking a look. In the book, reading Rainbow. Pretty good. Balota. That's Balota. In Russian. Okay, well, we're just we're gonna go right in. Get that weapon up just in case. Much faster going down the sights if the weapon's already up. So you always want to keep that weapon up. So like I said, there's really not a whole lot that I need from down here, but you never know what you might find. Might be something truly game-changing. Seeing my dot move around quite a bit now, though. It's a little bit disturbing for me right now. I really prefer that much calmer, but I am moving fairly quick through these parts. But you really don't want to, tarry out here. You just want to get what you need and get out. That's one thing I know that they're trying to fix. Stuff used to not spawn in these once it's still on. And it could be cleaned out. This is a very, very, very popular spot, especially for new spawns. As you can see, these doors. Well, one's already open. No one's already. Can't get into that one. Can't get into that one. Can get into that one. Yeah, it looks like someone's already been here. Yeah, bouncing all over the place. Yeah, this has already been looted. Chill out, as it were, just for a minute. Back here. Hang on. Always want to be covering the entrances and exits. Sadly, very sadly, this only has one entrance and one exit. So I cannot, so if someone saw me coming here, they could easily camp this outside doorway, and I would not know that they were there. And then they could just wait for me to come out. There's no 50-50 chance of me coming in or out of buildings. I'm coming out the same way every time. So, that's not good. And that's... Oh, there's a player. And he has an M4. Shoot. He has not seen me yet. It didn't look like he has a ton of gear. See, I don't know why he did that. Where did he go? So I'm coming back this way, but I don't really know where he went from there. Just want to make sure I'm not bleeding. I don't like this. I don't like knowing that I could be flanked at any minute and not really have much say in the matter. This way, and we will see what happens. plays again, aren't I? Look at that. Look at that little dot. Jumping around. Nothing in the tower. Sometimes I just like doubling back like this, just because he thinks I'm going somewhere and I ended up not going that direction. It's a bit of an advantage for me. And in situations like this, it's all about being as unpredictable as possible while still trying to be on guard at all times and knowing where, always having a plan of what you're actually trying to do. I don't see him anymore. I think he took off. Doesn't mean I'm going to be relaxed, but I'm not going to freak out as much as I was. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. And I'm pretty sure he cleaned out the area, unless he saw me and then split. I really wish that zombie would have been on him, though. He's probably over in this direction watching me. I definitely don't want to go in the top floor of that, though. That's a death trap, if he is hostile. The Balota military base is actually right next to me, so I'm going to kind of back off and test that. Maybe he scrammed out one over here, too. That's this wall. This used to be the, there's always a firefight down here, even if there's only like 2 people on, people killing people over here. So, like always, I like coming in from the woods side, because then, even if I do start taking fire, at least I have trees for cover. There's also a concrete wall right here as well. Oh boy, stressful, huh? Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's this rock. Big rock. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Should get somewhere fairly safe and camp out, because we're about out of time. There is zombies in here too. Let's go. Crap. I should not have done that, because that's just going to call every single zombie that's around right to me in this area if I were to find out. With the zombie, usually there's something. That just means there's nobody's been in it. So I don't think it does individual spawns and stuff. This time, definitely. So what's this time? That's just the wall. I think I was at it. I was wrong. Bad now. Oops, that was the wrong button. Goodness gracious. This isn't really a place that I want to camp, but I'll take time. Per the rules, we can only have 30 minutes. Stuff. 30-minute stuff. That's the rules. So we're gonna come over here. This is where everyone gets to spawn, right up here. here or a little bit further up. But I want to be in a bush. That will help guard me from prying eyes, as it were. Right here. Prone. Pronesies. On the bush. And thank you all for watching, and I will see you on Thursday.